So we're gonna start our Q&A session with the question from the online public, but please, people in the room, if you have questions, just book yourself in. So there is a question from Florencia Pierri. How does Emulation deal with copyright issues for making software available if they're owned by large corporations, or if they were an indie that was bought by a large corporation? So this is a copyright issues. How do you deal with them?
Yes, we've seen that question earlier. So this is a good question. And actually, it is the same problem if the company is a big one or a small one, yes, or an indie. So there's two things to separate. There is the preservation process, which is made inside our back door. So actually, anyway, the European legislation ensures that you can do some retro engineering and engineering to ensure oh, I'm losing my words.
Your own private copy?
No, to ensure that you can run the software or protocol on another hardware. So actually, you can do this. So in fact, well, it may be easier if I show you something. So share screen. Or disable participant screen sharing. I can't. Right, more, anyway. Oh, so, well, anyway.
You wanted to show.
Sabrina, can you give?
Well, anyway.
We don't have enough time.
C'est fait en fait.
But we still don't have enough time for that. So let's. Yes, please. Let's stay without sharing screen.
Just a sec. It could be some scenarios about these copyright laws and problems. One of the scenarios is what we are doing within the EFGAMP. Why it has been made, in fact, is to propose to the European community to create some laws that will protect the availability of video games submitted to copyright as well to cultural institutions in Europe, so they are not subjected to ask to the loan hours every time they want to display a video game. But that's one of the scenario.
And anyway, preserving is one thing, sharing with others is another thing.
Absolutely.
So we are preserving some softwares, and it doesn't mean that we necessarily share what we've done. And well, it's kind of almost legal.
Okay.
But
so, I suggested that maybe this is something that we can also bring back again in the roundtable later, because it's specifically about displaying, so also copyright issues with displaying. So I see that Heather, you can unmute yourself if you want. So she commented, I'm always happy to kick around ideas about fair use in the US. It's an area of specialty for me. So I think it was a comment about this copyright issue. So I would like to ask you, have you got expertise also in other parts of the world or just in the US?
Mostly in the US. I worked on the Oracle v. Google case and have actually been focused on fair use as an issue for a long time, but don't really claim much expertise outside the US.
Okay, so is there any question from the public in the room? Okay, so I think we are perfectly on time for the break. But if you have other questions, please don't forget them, because they will be still useful for the roundtable that will be after the next session.